How far would you go for the thrill of horror before the horror starts to chase you back? Today we're going to talk about a mystery story on the Chinese forum back in days. I used to spend lots of time on Tianya forum if you haven't heard about it. Tianya forum is very similar to Reddit. Just imagine it's Reddit but in Chinese. But nothing about politics. I first started using Tianya when I was in high school. Gossips about all girls and boys and all that. But yeah, and horror was one of them. So Tianya just suddenly got shut down a couple years ago. So sadly, you can't see any of the posts anymore. But there are some people who saved those posts and put it somewhere else. And this Zuo Yang incident is one of them. So who is Zuo Yang? Zuo Yang is a username on Tianya platform and he is very popular. He likes posting all the ghost stories. In 2005, in February, he posted one post that's about his personal experience of trying all of the horror games, which became very popular. You're probably going to ask me, what is a horror game, Mimi? I will tell you. Horror games is like all of those, things you hear about, such as, saying your own name in the dark in front of a mirror and things will happen. But I feel in real life, people never really try it. And this Zuo Yang guy is trying all of the games and noted down all his personal experience. He doesn't trying to make the horror games feel scary, but he just note down his experience and many people like following it. But something happened to his last game that he didn't expect it. And we will get into that. So let's just go through a few games he tried. The first one he tried was the peeling apple game. If you try to peel an apple with a knife at 12 a.m. in the dark in front of a mirror and I peel it without any break on the apple skin, and in the end you will see an image of your past life in the mirror. Zuo Yang borrowed his mother's vanity and started trying it in front of his mom's mirror, and peeled one and peeled two, nothing happened. He peeled about 5 or 6, no spooky, no visions. Eventually he was too tired and went to bed. So this first post caught all the readers' attention because the way he described it is really funny and really casual, like feels like we're all there. And also he will add some funny moments, like when he woke up the next day, his mom got scared seeing all the peeled apple skins on the floor. So after this post, he gained a lot of attention on the Chinese social media and he got addicted into it. So he keeps trying different horror games and keep posting it to gain more attention. The second game, Zuo Yang put 3 sticks of incense into the rice ball and let it burn and the ashes goes into the rice. It said that by this point, the rice have already absorbed all the yin energy. So after eating it, you will start to be able to connect to the other world. Yin energy is like yin yang. Yang is the warmth, the sunlight, and the yin is the opposite. Yin yang?
Yin.
Yin.
Yeah. Yin.
Yin yang.
Yeah.
Yin Yang. Zuo Yang described this experience is not that pleasant because the taste of the ashes and the rice is very not great. But he forced himself to finish it. After finish, he said he stayed there for a bit to see if anything happened, but nothing happened. And he gave up and started walking home. Here is where things took an unexpected turn. The walk home should only take about 10 minutes, but he kind of got lost in the road for some reason. And it ended up taking him an hour to get back home. He wasn't sure why, and maybe he just lost the track of time. But the readers thought he experienced a phenomenon in China which called 鬼打墙, and it translated in English is ghost wars, a superstition in which spirits confuse travelers, causing them to walk in circles. Zuo Yang tried all these different types of horror games and kept posting it and gained a lot of followers until the final one, the Four Corners game. So this game is a bit hard to explain. I will probably make something here which you can see. So it's basically 4 people standing in each corner, and A walk to B, B walk to C, C walk to D, and D goes back to where A will stand. And you will realize once you keep repeating it, suddenly there is another person appeared in the corner. Otherwise, this game could not be finished. Zuo Yang was very interested in trying this game, but apparently he can't do this by himself. The first time he started trying was his 3 friends, which are all boys, and they had some drink. About 1 a.m. they were in one of their friends' house and turned all the lights off, each of them standing in the corner, and started to try it. After a few trying, they realized one of the person is missing. They quickly switched the light and he disappeared. But it turned out he just slipped away into the bathroom. So this first trial was a fail, so they have to start it again another day. So they started a new trial with 2 boys and 1 girl and Zuo Yang himself. The group returned to the same empty room around the midnight and started trying the game again. But this time, the game didn't last for even 10 minutes. The girl kept screaming, she's sobbing uncontrollably and collapsed on the ground. She was unable to stand. Her distress was overwhelming and they had to take her to the hospital. When they arrived to the hospital, they don't know what to tell the doctor of what happened, just said she got scared by something. They're not sure what's going on without telling them. They just tried a horror game. After the girl got a little bit calmer, she told them that she saw shadows and she had a really uneasy feeling of seeing one of the empty corner suddenly has a shadow moving around, and she got really scared and started screaming. That was the last game. Zuo Yang confessed on this post that he was a bit skeptic about all these horror games, but after this experience, he started to believe maybe there is some. It makes him think twice now to playing with the unknown. He said, real or not, these games should not be taken lightly. For your own sake, don't try them. After that, Zuo Yang's post stopped. His account went silent. Reader was awaiting for his promised update, but they never hear back. Out into weeks and months with no words. The speculation went wild. They were guessing maybe something happened to him after the Fourth War Games. Maybe he got into some trouble. And is he still alive? He stopped posting, scared all his followers, and the people started saying like he's already dead. Months after his disappearance, he returned in June 2005. He apologized for his long absence, hinting that he has gone through a really difficult time. He said, the most painful time of my life, without providing details, but he insisted it's nothing to do with the games. He doesn't believe that his current experience has anything to do with the games. He also mentioned that he went to visit a temple monk, and the monk told him that all this is what is supposed to happen in his life. Just 6 days after the post, Zuo Yang disappears again, and this time for years. And he suddenly vanished, caused more people are very interested in his post. Either way, his post grew even more popular. Years later, Zuo Yang leaves one final post. He admits that he had paid a heavy price for his curiosity, but he wouldn't tell the reader what exactly happened. He even said this experience had affected himself and his family, and his business had collapsed, and leaving them with nothing. And though he's already rebuilt his life, but he's currently feeling really weary. In his last message, Zuo Yang left a warning. You don't have to believe in gods or spirits, but never disrespect them. With that, he disappeared from internet. To this date, Zuo Yang's post is still leaving a mystery. We may never know the full truth, but Zuo Yang is telling us when we explore the unknown, we should be careful and respect the spiritual and unknown. Thank you so much for joining this chilling experience with me. I'm Mimi. Thank you very much. Bye bye!